You tell Tim Kelly. I'm Tim Kelly, Mr. Murdoch. This is my partner, Toubo Smith.
How do you do?
Thank you for dropping over.
We would have been by before to tell you how sorry we are about Jeff, but I didn't know he had a brother.
Then you knew Jeff?
Yes, we hunted together several times. He's a good hunter. Good man, I mean that.
When we first heard about it, we couldn't believe that an elephant got him, not while he had a gun in his hands.
Well, I don't know about those things. I can't say that I was surprised. The way he wandered around the earth. Places I used to hear from him. Seemed like he had to die there someplace, sometime. Expecting it doesn't make losing your brother any easier.
Yes, I can believe that.
These things just arrived. The native police constabulary sent it to me. Not much to trade for Jeff. I wanted him to live here, come into business with me, but well, he couldn't do that.
Some of us can't.
And an elephant or a New York taxi cab, an accident's an accident. It sometimes happens.
I know.
What made you think of me, Mr. Murdoch? I understand you've been trying to locate me.
For a couple of weeks.
We were in Yucatan. We had a job down there when we first heard about Jeff.
I talked to an Indian official on the phone right after I was notified of my brother's death. I wanted to know a little more about it. Just the wire that he was dead just didn't seem possible.
Well, they're very thorough. If they said it was an accident, most likely it was.
Well, no matter how long you've been shooting, sometimes you miss. It's funny that way.
Well, I didn't question the accident. I just wanted to talk to someone closer to the scene. He said his own men investigated, told me how it happened. Then, almost as an afterthought, he added, "Tell Tim Kelly."
The commissioner said to tell me?
Maybe Inspector Sorry, or Jeff's last words.
I doubt that Jeff had any time for last words.
No, not Jeff. The official said he was just passing along a message. He said a native, Jeff's gun bearer, I believe he said, had asked the investigating constable to tell Tim Kelly.
I'll bet it was old Tuari.
Probably. We used the same tracker and gun bearer as Jeff did when we hunted in that district. Could have been old Tuari.
Well, that explains it. For a minute, I thought perhaps the message had some significance, but if the native knew that you were friends, why...
He probably didn't think there was anyone else he could tell about the accident.
Here's a picture of Jeff. Snapshot.
The only picture I have of him, strangely enough.
Mr. and Mrs. Randall?
Taken on this last trip?
Yes, they were with him on this last trip. Well, the rest of this stuff, this hunting equipment, I think Jeff would want you to have. Especially this thing. I don't know about guns. This would just be an unhappy keepsake for me.
I remember that gun.
Elephant gun?
Double express. Best you can buy.
Best you can buy. But it wasn't good enough.
Say, the safety's off. You better let me check.
Oh, it was loaded. What have I done?
You're all right. Except for some paper wadding and gunpowder in your ribs.
Slug must have missed me.
Didn't miss you. Any more than it missed that elephant.
What an awful thing to do. Send me this gun loaded.
Blanks.
Blanks and an elephant gun?
Yeah, that's what Tuari wanted us to know. Jeff tried to kill a charging bull elephant with blanks.
Well, why didn't he say so? Or just tell the police?
I don't know. But he knew we'd look at this gun. Evidently, he put these in after the police were through with it, yeah. His way of drawing a picture for us.
Look, if you think somebody killed Jeff, I'll pay you anything you name to get him.
You take us to Calcutta.
Hello, Princess. May I have the desk? This is Toubo Smith. Are there any messages for me? Are you sure? I'm expecting a message from Mr. Kelly. Okay. Let me have room service, will you? Hello, room service. This is Toubo Smith. I want you to send up some food. Well, some meat and potatoes. Oh, what difference what kind? You're going to send curry and goat anyway. Just get it up here in a hurry. Fine.
Well, that's service for you.
You don't have to break the door down. Welcome. I didn't expect you till tomorrow.
Nothing to keep me up there any longer.
No luck?
Let's get something to eat, huh?
I've ordered some food.
Oh, good.
Well, did Terari send you the message?
Yeah, it was Tawari.
Well, what was his explanation?
I didn't see him. Talked to his wife, son, neighbors. The old man's gone.
They know where he went? Think he's dead?
I don't know.
Well, they'd know if he was dead.
When the natives want to play mystic, you know what kind of answers you get. He's gone, vanished.
But you were his friend. You were like a member of the old man's family.
Well, that's what makes me think he's dead. They speak of him as if he were dead. And he disappeared right after Jeff was killed.
Well, he was alive a long time after Jeff was killed.
Well, how do you know?
Because I talked to the commissioner. And he said he spoke to him here in town 2 weeks ago when he came in to see one of his kids.
He did, huh? Well, you got more information than I got out of my whole trip.
Yeah, but that's all I did get. He was alive 2 weeks ago, but nobody's seen him since.
Well, where can we get a hold of the Randalls?
We can't.
Well, doesn't the commissioner know where they went? He must have.
Mr. and Mrs. Randall don't exist. Except there's 2 names and a couple of hunting permits.
But we've got a picture of them.
Yeah, I know. I showed it to the commissioner. No one had ever seen. And the records don't show any Mr. and Mrs. Randall ever leaving the country or coming into it. Jeff got them their hunting permits. Oh, there's our so-called food.
I'll wash up.
Your food, sir.
Well, come in. Something new has been added. What happened to Charlie, my boy? Not that I objected to change.
Thank you, Saeed.
It's all right, Maharani.
Well, your friend is back. You will need another serving plate.
Yeah, and some more food, too.
Of course. I will have it sent up immediately.
It'll be here by the time you wash up. You start now. Hey, remember, I saw it first.
Don't I know you?
Me, Saeed?
Yes.
Oh, what a corny approach.
You have forgotten?
Well, I don't see how I could have, but I know one thing for certain. I've met you.
Well, I didn't think you would forget it. I thought you meant it. Shall I help you?
I guess you'll have to.
Now do you remember?
How'd you like to sharpen my memory a little?
You held me and kissed me like that and told me I would always be your girl. I was 10, Mr. Kelly.
Shira. Tawari's little girl.
I saw your name on the hotel register. I bribed the waiter to let me serve you.
Tawari's daughter. He said he might come in town to visit his kid.
Well, he was our friend. We wouldn't come to this part of the world without seeing him.
Oh, that is too bad. I'm sorry.
About what?
Well, he was here for a day, and then he left on a journey into the south of Tibet. Oh, he will be gone for many weeks. I will tell him. He will be sad.
I went to the village.
You saw my mother? Did she not tell you?
Nobody in the village seems to know who your father is.
Oh, that old man. He will get a scolding. But it was unexpected work. He had to leave at once.
We were thinking of going on a hunting trip. Naturally, we'd want to take him along. Anyhow, it's good to see Tawari's daughter. We'll have a talk.
Later. You are tired and hungry. I will see that more food is sent up.
You won't forget to come back now.
My name is not Tim Kelly.
I'll go ahead and eat. Funny you should recognize her after all these years. You should have been a cop.
I didn't recognize her after all these years. I was looking at a picture of her only 2 days ago. So are you.
Mrs. Randall. I should have recognized her myself.
Well, there is no Mrs. Randall. Remember? There's She's still Tawai's daughter. Sorry I had to get you up in the middle of the night, Commissioner. Thanks again.
Well, what'd the commissioner say?
They said I could have a hunting license, but what are you doing here? What about Shira?
She works in a cafe, like she said.
She works at the cafe, but did she go there?
Certainly she went there.
And you're keeping an eye on her here?
I know where she is.
Or was?
Is. I trailed her straight to the cafe. She went back to her dressing room. I heard the manager tell her to hurry up. She was late for one of her numbers. She'll be there the rest of the evening.
All right.
Hey, what's all this about a hunting license?
Well, that's just what I asked the commissioner for. He said yes.
I thought you wanted the law to round up Tawari, Mr. Randall, and the lady that's known as Mrs. Randall.
We can get her killed if she really knows what happened to Jeff Murdoch. We can't let the police pick up anyone until we know who Randall is and where he is.
Yeah, but how?
Shira. We play this one straight, Toubo. We don't want her to know what we know.
Right. Just how much do we know?
What about Kelly?
Shut the door.
Okay, what about him?
I don't think there's anything to worry about.
They've been asking questions, looking up records on Murdoch.
That is natural. They were friends. My only reason for worry, they're looking for my father.
We were good friends, too. You stay away from him, old man.
Yes. Go to your quarters. Leave at once. If they are here just to go hunting, perhaps they would serve our purpose.
But I can't take a chance. I don't want another Murdoch on my hands.
You will never get the chest out without help. I want to enjoy it, the things you promised.
I'll leave it in there 10 more years before I'll take a chance on losing it.
You think I will wait?
I think so.
I do not want any of it. How many men have you killed for it already? And still, you cannot spend it.
I haven't killed a woman yet. So keep away from Kelly. Both of you.
You could never kill Kelly. No matter how wise you think you are. Maybe he has come to kill you.
Be quiet, Father.
Maybe he came back to kill you.
Yes, that would be just.
I think so. After the rains, you and I will go in and get that stuff out ourselves.
When you were a small girl, you were good.
When I was a little girl, I thought you were good. I am your daughter.
Ah, knock it off, both of you. You're good enough for me, baby.
Yes, she is. Good enough for you.
What's it matter? In a few days, we'll be out of here and we'll be loaded. He's an old man. He'll be dead in his grave. So what's it matter?
It matters that she was once a good girl. Tim Kelly held her in his lap and kissed her and blessed her.
What's that?
When I was 10.
Yes, when you were 10. And when you saw him today, did he not make you feel ashamed?
No.
Leave her alone. She's got a show to do.
Yes. Get out. Both of you. Now. Thank you. I'm coming. Oh, you startled me. I thought it was the manager. I have a number to...
We want to talk to you some more about your father, Shira. We've been debating whether to wait for him or not.
He will be gone a long time. After that, I do not know what his plans are.
Is this the hunting trip he's on now?
Yes.
Maybe he took the same people back in. Do you suppose?
What people?
Well, the people he was with when Jeff was killed.
Jeff?
Jeff Murdoch.
I do not know Jeff Murdoch.
Your father was his gun bearer when he was killed by an elephant. I'll bet that's what he did. He continued on with the Randalls. Mr. and Mrs. Randall.
Maybe it is so, but I do not know Mr. and Mrs. Randall. I did not know the people my father took hunting. That is my music. I must go now.
Sure. Where'd this come from?
Kelly and his friend were here.
They saw it?
They left it.
Why? Where'd they get it?
They asked me if I knew Mr. and Mrs. Randall. I said no. You've got to get to my father. Go to his quarters. Make sure he leaves the city.
I'll make sure.
Hey, my watch!
You know you're not supposed to throw your shoes at the monkeys. They're sacred.
More monkeys around here than there are people.
Ah, go back to sleep.
Boy, look at that baboon the window now.
Go to sleep.
Sahib, Jim Kelly.
Tawari?
Sounded like a shot.
He's dead.
Did my father come here?
Here? Isn't he on a hunting trip in Tibet?
I lied. I should not have. Please.
He came here.
He should not have. He's in danger.
You shouldn't have lied. You might have saved him.
Saved him?
Do you know who shot him?
Yes.
Well, let's get the police on his trail.
The police cannot catch him.
They can jolly well have a go at it, as they say out here.
You can catch him.
How?
Now he has to kill me.
There it is. Looks like a slug from a 257.
Yeah, it came from out there in the hotel grounds, all right. Shara, who killed your father?
My husband.
Your husband?
Yes. Randall McCain is his real name. He's a deserter from your army. They've hunted him for years, but they've not been able to catch him.
Did he kill Jeff Murdoch, too?
Yes. With the help of my father. My father thought it was necessary to save me.
But it was your father that sent me the message.
I'm not surprised. My father wanted Randall to be caught. He did not care if he died for it. Just so Randall was caught.
Why'd he kill Jeff?
During the war, my husband was a sergeant. He was in command of a raiding party which captured a Japanese patrol. He let the Japanese officer live because the officer made a bargain. The Japanese patrol had stolen a chest of gold coins and had hidden it. And when he showed Randall where the money was hidden, then Randall shot him.
What's that got to do with Jeff Murdoch?
We used Jeff so we would look like an ordinary hunting party when we went to take out the money. He found out our purpose. He said the money must be turned over to the authorities. So Randall killed him.
We'll see if he's still outside. You can cover it inside and out from here. Give me about a minute after I leave. Shira?
I'm not afraid. Is there no sign of him?
No. You know, this mirror was a bright idea, but we're going to have to pay for it.
Shira, Randall's dead.
He'll have about a minute head start on the law.
I think she'd rather wait for them here.